This shiur is dedicated to the Hatzlacha of Rachel Chana, one of our greatest supporters, been supporting us for many years now. So it's a wonderful thing. By the way, if you want to make donations, you can go to our website at yeshiva.etzion.com. There's a PayPal there, and if you have any questions, you can reach us at rabbigaon.gmail, rabbigaon@gmail.com. And please fast forward, and actually forward it fast to all the people that you know, so we can increase our exposure of the wonderful things we're doing here. Let's talk about love. The process of love, or love, should I say, is really an important link in turning men into one. What is one, or bringing it closer to one, which is a huge source of power that you could really derive derive from to become what you're supposed to be. That's love. But you should know that what we call about love is just the love that we have, the physical love that we have, the love that we experience here, is only a stage in reaching a greater love, which is the love for the truth. So there's two things. First of all, don't be stuck in just what we call regular love. And if you are not a person who is seeking the truth, you're never going to be able to experience real love. Chazal tells us that when the Shema comes down to the world, it splits. Half of it goes to a man, half of it goes to a woman. And as long as the man and woman are alone, they are called palga de gufa, a part of the body, chetzi gufu, part of the guf. And therefore they don't have a chance to reach perfection, shlemut, or tmimut, as we said, without the other half, because you need the other half to come like that. Only when they are connected, b'kedusha, in holiness, back together, they receive the title Adam, a man. And that's, by the way, when we have a wedding, we make the bracha, Yotzer Adam. It would seem reasonable for us to make Yotzer Adam when a woman has a baby. The first time is a baby, say, Baruch Ata Hashem Yotzer Adam. But no, we don't do it. We only do it at a wedding. Why? Because of that. And only when you're married, you become Adam. You receive what we call Mochin de Gadlut. You're thinking different now. Maybe because you have to have more responsibility. But you are a different entity now. You're at a different level. And only through this unification or reunification of a man and his mate and his wife, you could really touch what is called the complete, the shalem, and by understanding that connecting the opposing sides, only through that's what creates perfection, shlemut. You can connect plus and plus and then be whole. It's going to be missing the minus. You always need to have them together. As it says in Bereshit, Zeh Sefer Toldot Adam Beyom Baro Elokim, Adam, בדמות אלוקים עשה אותו, זכר ונקבה ברעם, ויברך אותם ויקרא את שמם אדם. Together, they're called Adam. Men and women are important. We need to have men, we need to have a woman in order to create shlemut. I don't care what's your political agenda, what kind of nonsense you are sharing. Two daddies and two mommies are not going to make you complete. They're going to create an imbalance and disturbance. A child needs a daddy, it needs a mommy. It doesn't need two mommies and two daddies, regardless of what you try to convince yourself and others. That's creating balance in the world, spiritually and physically imbalance. Now, as we said previously, love means it's not a target. It's something that's a vehicle, it's an instrument that you use to reach your goal. It's not goal. Love is not the goal. Love in all these different aspects, also in a physical aspect, is and also the emotional and spiritual. It's only the kli to connect with it to the truth, it's only the kli. To connect yourself to the perfection, to the source, and the fire that the love provides, that heat that it provides, helps us really to weld back together those two opposing parts, which make what we call Adam Shalem, a person, and by doing so, purifying the neshama and creating a better tzura, a better shape of what we call a human. A person who confuses and forgets and gets carried away after the fire and the pleasure that is you can find in physical and emotional love, is mistaken to think that by itself is a goal to reach, or it's some kind of a thing that you have to reach. That's a mistake. And a person like this would really fall into the basket of the sitra achara, and will be imprisoned by the other side basically forever. A person who is wise understands, going back to remember the lady in red, the woman in red, which is really a physical love, right? Because he's physically attracted to her. He's no more than an Agent Smith in disguise, right? Because when he turns the head, it's Agent Smith. He's just there to grab you, to get you. The greatest danger that you really would face on you reaching the truth is falling into the trap of uncontrolled desire. Don't forget that it's just a part of an illusion. It's a part of an illusion, the illusion that comes to remove you from your path and to hide the real essence of life. It really is a fake form of love. It's not love itself. In a Hasidic book, a wonderful book, it's called Ma'or Einayim, it says, he explains over there what Shlomo HaMelech says in Kohelet. It says, Re'eh chayim min ha'isha asher ahavta. Look, life with a woman which you loved. He explains over there that the physical love is a brute reflection of a superior spiritual life. Ishtakfut gasa shel ahava ruchanit. When a person knows to connect the physical act with its spiritual source, he causes what is called yerida shel shefa chaim, and he pulls down abundance of what we call life. When a person restricts himself, metzamtzem atzmo, to something physical at all, he really disconnects himself from life. That's why I told you many times, we are alive, but we are not living, because we disconnected ourselves from the source of life, which is the spiritual aspect. In our world, there's no spirituality whatsoever. It's all free for all of physical desires and so on and so forth, uncontrolled. And what happens like this, you stay with love that is dead, with dead love. Why it's dead? Because every time you fall down from a higher level to a lower level, that's called mitah, it's called death. You're alive only when you progress yourself up. When you go down, something went out of you, some chayut, some livelihood went out with you. You're not so happy anymore. You did maaseh avera. You disconnected yourself from the source of life. You disconnected yourself from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You're partially dead. So, therefore, Shlomo HaMelech says, right? That's why what Shlomo HaMelech says, take this connection that you have and that between a husband and wife and make it a connection of life. That you love her, not only that it's going to be on a physical matter. It's not all about just attraction. Remember what we said before about the greatest expression of love you could really find when a woman keeps nida, when you remove the physical aspect and you're only staring with the spiritual. A person needs to understand that when you go down to this world, you have to repeat to yourself time and time again what is your mission and what you're here for, so you won't fall into the pits of temptations, which are a virtual world. It's all an imaginary world. does to us, and then we really forget what we're here for. Why are we here in this world for? There's a reason, and that's why you have to remind yourself all the time. Erev, Boker, Vetzoraim. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Ve'ahavta. The godness of one depends on the love or your love of God. We need to understand that we came here to work, to do Avodat Hashem. Especially also when it comes to our married life, we have to pay great attention to that. A woman, your wife, is not here to fulfill your needs or your physical needs. There is avodah ruchanit, there's a spiritual work that you have to understand that exists in being married. We know that this world is really a reflection of where you are standing and what is blemished inside of you, in order for you to fix. As the Baal Shem Tov says, that anything that happens to a person happens to you to teach something about yourself. So we say, En Adam posel ela bemumo. You only see the blemishes in which exist within you. I might tell you, for example, oh, you see this guy, he's so blah, 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 whatever he is. And you're going to tell me, I don't see him like that. Why did I see it like this and you didn't see it? Why? Because I have supervision? No. Distorted vision? No. Because I only see what stands in front of me as a reflection of myself. That's why if you are standing in front of yourself, you could pretend. But if somebody stands in front of you all day long, you can't show these games. Being married is like a magnifying glass, would magnify really your weaknesses and things that you need to fix in yourself. And that's what we say, Ezer kenegdo. Ezer kenegdo, a person needs to understand that in order to help you to become more complete, more perfect, he needs somebody to reflect on you, to show you what you need to work on. The Ezer is by the fact that they gave you your opposite. We said somewhere else, we say, Zacha, if you were married, Ezer. Lo Zacha, if he didn't marry kenegdo, against him. What do you mean by that? If he was Zacha, Zacha not just merited, Zacha mishum zikuk, he purified himself. If Lezachech is to purify, if he purified himself, right? So therefore, it helped, it azar. But if you did not purify yourself, it becomes nigdo. It's all against you. So the woman will stand here to reflect on you what you need to work on, and you need to work on it. If not, she's going to work against you. It's not, in other words, your marriage is not going to work. And that's one of the problems that we face today. When people refuse to accept the fact that something is wrong with them in order for them to work on. I'm perfect, what should I work on? You change, you fix, I'm okay. And then it falls apart. The essence of marriage, or the relationship between the husband and his wife, is basically purify your selfishness and to really make yourself better in giving. As they say, Ish v'isha zachu, shchina benehem. If there was zachu, remember, zachu, if they purify themselves, shchina comes among them. Lo zachu, Eshel chaltam, fire will eat them. Of course, the hay and the yud, but whatever. But this is not what they just meant, the hay and the yud. The hay and the yud, the Shekhinah will come only because you were willing to stand one in front of the other and to help each other, to purify yourself, to elevate yourself, to bring yourself into somewhere else. In other words, to purify yourself, ratzon atzmi, the self-need that you have. Ratzon atzmi, rashi tevot ra. Whatever is bending you is your egoism, your selfishness. If you do so, the Shekhinah will come. So this is something that is, for me at least, very amazing, very, very amazing to realize how much we need to work and how much we need to appreciate the person who is with us. And that's why the person who is with me is the only one for me. Because nobody else, and when you understand that, no, for example, we're talking about women because we are all men here, But if you understand that concept, and you understand that the only one, if you picked yourself appropriately, right? The only one who can help you become complete and help you be awarded with the title Adam is the one standing in front of you. Therefore, any other woman has no room in my life. Any other woman is not my woman. So therefore, there's no need, and now you understand why it's very bad to look at other women. Because you're refusing to, when the time you look at somebody else, and you admire their beauty, or you fantasize on their beauty, and so on and so forth, what you're doing is, you are willing to continue in your wrongdoing. You're digging yourself deeper into the sitra achara, into the tum'ah, refusing to use the instrument that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave you to fix yourself and to make yourself into a better place. That's why it's very important to pick up a woman who has the same concept in terms of Yirat Shamayim. Her money that she has, or father has, her figure, her whatever, is absolutely not important if she does not possess the need to develop and to incorporate spirituality and spiritual values of Torah in your life. Then you'll become echad. Then you'll become one. Then you will have love. Have a great day.